How's it, everybody?
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good,
How's
thanks.
it? How's it?
Lekker. All good here in Cape Town. Sun's not exactly shining, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, we've had 7 seasons today.
You've had what?
7 seasons today.
Yeah.
Started off with a thunderstorm, then sunny, then a bit of rain, then wind.
Yeah, no, it's been rather interesting. Let's just say that weather-wise. So,
Yeah.
but I remember as a kid that was quite normal, and then it calmed down. So I've been in Gauteng for most of my life. And then it was quite predictable. You'd get the storm, but you'd know it was coming, and then it would, like, at least in Gauteng, like when it storms, it like storms properly. It's just
Yeah.
like whoosh, then you know it's done, and it's okay, I'm done. Cape Town, yeah, it's just this
No,
year's not been so bad, but so last year I get you for my first year. Now we're going walking, you see, my dad and I. So we out and now obviously because you can see the wind and the swirling, so now you can see. So in Joburg you have like vertical rain that just dawns down and gets it finished. Cape Town, oh not
it's
man, it's got
horizontal
this
rain.
horizontal and vertical and patterns. So then it's all right because now we go walking, but we walk around a block. So for half the way it's fine. The other half is in your eyes. So yeah, it's taken me a bit of adaptation here.
Yeah.
But it's all good. So
No, I've never been to Cape Town. Grew up in Durban, so I'm used to Durban weather, not this weather.
yeah, you guys have
Enjoy
got
the
this.
weather in Gauteng, I must say. Except the
Yeah.
wind.
Like KZN has got the most volatile weather, I think. So
Yeah, we started with mist and drizzle this morning and then a thunderstorm. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Okay.
your weather's always the contrary. But it's been quite interesting because I'm obviously I speak to people all over the country, and yeah, KZN I can never tell. They're normally raining at the moment, but Gauteng, if we're raining in Cape Town, they clear. If they're raining, we clear. It's, I don't know. It's like the weather gods are in cahoots with one another. Doesn't look like we got a big team today. I've only had 2 people tell me they're not coming, so I don't know. We'll give them another minute or so, and if not, we'll just dive straight in. Let's see what's up. So let's do a quick snap poll while we wait. When are you guys closing for the year?
I'm not.
So you've been wicked in your last life, so you don't get to close, all right?
Yeah, no, I closed.
The question.
When do you close? What's your last? Yeah, all right. I will take that answer as it's given then. How's it, Marion? Andre, what about you?
Yeah, probably going to work till about, close till 20th of December, then taking a week or 2 break, and then it's back to the grinding stone again. Too much to do.
So,
Yeah.
Marion, when are you closing? You're on mute still. Marion, you're on mute. So the lips are moving, but that's all that's happening.
Yeah, I'll probably take off between Christmas and New Year, but things kind of slow down from about the 16th, so it's kind of like
Yeah, but you know the 16th is a Monday this year.
yeah. So
it's chaotic. Like, well, my clients have all told me no. Well, not all of them, but most of them that have spoken to me. No, we're closing on the 13th. It's like, okay. So I decided I'm going to close from the 13th to the 13th.
Yeah.
that
Because
sounds good.
Monday is the 13th of January. I've got to build some stuff.
Yeah.
So I won't be off. I just won't be speaking to people. So I don't have the distraction when I'm trying to create a bunch of new products and things. Because I've added a lot of stuff recently to what I'm doing. I need to create the collateral and everything. So yeah, it'll be busy, but good. All right, so you guys are hard workers. Benita, what about you? Are you closing or are you also wicked? Were you wicked in your last line that you have to work through? I mean, accountant's a stupid question.
I will be closing, but I'm also like you. I'm building a lot of things, so it's quiet now. So I've been trying to focus and not wishing it was 13th of December already.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm wishing that too.
Hard.
I am so wishing that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of catch-up time of doing all the stuff that you haven't got time to do.
Yeah, because it's I don't know what you guys find. It's been like interesting with everything that's happened. So like I found the last month I've slowed it down purposely on my side, but I think it's slowing down automatically. So there's a lot of stuff that I just do in the system, you know, the prospecting. So I'm keeping that up. But you know, in terms of taking meetings, and I'm just taking whatever people want. Other than that, I'm not pushing, which is kind of nice because it's sort of slowing down to a rate we can handle. And yeah, like most of us, I want the 13th to come now. take a weekend off and then get to building. So.
My husband's trying to convince me to take off from the 13th to the 13th, and I said to him, I get paid per the hour from the Netherlands, so I can't. And they all stuck in snow, so a lot of them aren't working. So I can catch up and get more invoices processed than anyone else, and I can score. So
that's the way it works. So you do what you have to.
So I probably work a little bit every morning, but not much. By 10, I'll be over, and I'll have the rest of the day to myself.
Well, not Rebecca, what about you?
Hi, James.
How's it?
I'm good, thanks to you.
Ah, lekker, man.
Okay.
All good here in Cape Town. Eh?
Okay, good. Well, for me, it's a lot of running around in the coming 2 weeks. There are things that are not in place yet, and with the work that I've been doing, getting the practice off the ground. So the stuff I have to do out of town, and to get me to the time when people close, and then after that, I guess there are a few opportunities that I must just prepare. To do some proposals. So yeah, effectively, it's other people not making it, closing one down.
All right.
But it's good because I think I also need a break because I've just been running since.
Yeah, that's.
And so I just need to take a deep breath and as I move forward.
Launch is hard, eh? Launch is hard.
I didn't realize how hard it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's dive in. Let's share some stuff. Let's move us over there. All right, so today is actually not too hectic. It's actually not a big session. It's kind of just tidying things up.
Can we get the link, James, please?
Yeah, you can get the link. Hang on. Okay, it's on its way. Right. While you wait for that, today we're going to talk two sections together because they're quite simple: relatability and calls to action. So, quick recap as we do. Started off building in each, which hopefully you guys are all happy with, being that group of people with a similar set of characteristics that make your product ideal for them. Came up with our magic message, which, as we've seen, has now been core to everything we do, which is essentially our value proposition and solving the biggest problem for people. Then we created the banner and the profile pic, and we called out, hopefully, to our target market so that they know that they're in the right place. And then we got into the about section. So we started with the first part of the template, which was the hook and the extended value proposition statement, which is very similar to our magic message. We had our personal why story, but some really cool stuff from that, from all of us. Then we expanded on our value proposition, just in different places. We felt we needed to, in terms of the sort of stuff that people might need to know about us in order for us to make the sale. And then we spoke, oops, didn't mean to bring all the animation in there. Last week was all about the credibility builders, which is what we'll look at now. So we'll run through with all of you, and then we will get into the last bit today. So that's what we have to look forward to. So Delvin, you are first on the screen, so unlucky for you.
Okay.
Oh, hang
I've
on, I probably need to get you share before. Yeah, sorry, what was that?
I've changed my layout a bit.
All right, let's see.
Um,
So how cool this is. As you do more stuff, then you learn
Well,
more,
that's
and
it.
you adapt. And
yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah.
yes, we
So
can see the
I've
screen.
included the beginning part is the same, and then I added in more QuickBooks. And then I also added in something that I do on a daily basis, which is send a daily dad joke. I don't know if you've seen any of them.
I haven't.
And
Tell us about your daily bad joke.
I started on my webpage to keep it active and to keep it in the face. I have it posted daily on various Facebook groups and into my webpage, the daily joke, and then I have a gallery of all the jokes. And yeah, it's progressed. I started in February, and yeah, I must say I've come a long way. The jokes are all as bad as the next. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes I get some really good impressions from it. So it is definitely growing. It's taken time, but it is definitely growing. So yeah, so then I just put a little bit about the importance of relieving humor in business.
Cool.
And then I went on to who help, but again, targeting more on QuickBooks and involving the QuickBooks into my primary problem I solve, what I do. And then now we come to my professional section, which certified as a QuickBooks Pro advisor with over 20 years of experience in bookkeeping, financial management, and administrative support, specializing in helping small service business streamline their finances using QuickBooks Online, proven track record in delivering audit-ready accounts, reducing compliance stress, and empowering clients with financial confidence. I leverage my extensive experience with various accounting software to provide practical and user-friendly financial solutions that help businesses thrive. Okay, so then it's just some of my key strengths, just taken from my CV and various things. My key achievements.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just going on to the professional experience that I began my career in 2001 and just yeah.
Okay.
So
this is next week, but scroll down a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. So scroll up. What's your character count for the about section piece? So above professional experience.
Going to be quite high. I started where I was keeping to the characters, which is further up here. But and there's my testimonials.
All right.
Somewhere up here, where I cut it down. I don't think I did it in this section. But I haven't. So do you want the whole?
I just want your about section. I just want to get a sense of or what you
Okay.
think is going to go in there, just of how long it is. So what I want to suggest to all of you, if you don't have it, we'll do this maybe next week, right? We'll go on to. I might maybe next week or the week after. I'll just see what makes the most sense. Where we next week we got after today technically 2 weeks left. Yeah, let's get a profile up. So maybe what we'll do is try to be ready for next week. If I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. If you don't have ChatGPT, all of you just go sign up for an account. Okay, it can be the free account. It doesn't matter. Just have one. And then we'll show you how to take all of this and just stick it into chat and the ChatGPT rewrite it. So if you click at the bottom left, it's there you are. This is the scary part, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, so you might be a wee bit over.
no, I mean
You're
that needs to be over. I'm
2006,
just
okay.
not sure what part I'm going to put in the about section and what part is going to be in the what do they call
Okay,
it?
so you've probably answered the question for next week. Then we'll do experience next week, and then
Okay.
after that we'll go back and you'll see, because you'll cut the stuff out yourself. You'll all do this, by the way, because a lot of you have stuff in that can potentially go in there. Then particularly if you're struggling for space, you'll move it. If not, you'll just leave it, and we'll put some other stuff in the experience. But we'll get into that. Experience is a very interesting section, more interesting than you might think. And it's not going to be presented the way that you're doing it now.
Okay.
But you need the info. So okay, so let me ask you a question. I liked your addition to QuickBooks. Again, we'll tweak character count. So based on what we spoke about last week, in terms of credibility builders, what are your credibility builders here?
I thought this was the professional summary.
Okay, so
my
20 years of experience, right? Don't really have to say much more, right? QuickBooks Pro Advisor, with, in fact, you probably only have to say those two things. How long have you been running your own practice?
Well, it stopped and started a bit.
When did you start? We don't count the stops. When did you start?
My one client I've had for 3 years.
Okay, so you've been running. So hey, you've been in the business for 20 years. I'm a certified pro advisor and running my own practice for 3 years. It's like you don't really need to say much more, right? And some of us, that's what we got, right? So you mustn't look at, say, at my profile or some of the others and then think, oh, geez, I don't have that. No, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that when somebody that needs bookkeeping sees that they're dealing with somebody who's been around for 20 years and is actually a certified advisor, that they'd be very happy. The fact that you've only been running your business for 3 years is irrelevant, but it's good to let them know. So yeah, you probably don't have to say much more. Proven track record. Okay, a lot of that other stuff chat will take out for you. A bit of it is superfluous, but you'll see. That's the most amazing thing when we take good stuff and we stick it into ChatGPT and you see what comes out. You will be absolutely amazed.
Yeah, I've asked it to look at my website and review pages and stuff like that, and it's amazing when it comes up.
Yeah. So the key thing with ChatGPT or any of them, whether you're using Claude or Anthropic or Gemini, really doesn't matter. They all work the same. The key is to put good input in, right? So the input that you're going to put is all the stuff that we've built now, so that every one of you is going to put your own input into it, and then when the AI does its thing, what it basically does is it takes our data and our input and it just writes it better than we do. So you'll see it'll write it in many ways in terms of grammar. It will definitely get it into the required length much better than we do, and you'll be quite amazed actually at the result that comes out. So we'll do that. Yeah, probably not next week, but the week after. But be prepared for next week just in case. So everybody, if you don't have a ChatGPT, I get one. Okay, cool. All right, very good. Thank you. Okay, let me see who's next. Pranitha, you're next.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I didn't.
You were finished 4 weeks ago. What do you mean? Oh no.
I know, but I was trying to do the relatability part, and I'm like, I got to the personal information about yourself. I'm like, oh my god, I'm a mom of a 2-year-old. I don't have any hobbies.
Well, there you go. That's all they need to know. Don't bug me after hours. Come on. But no, I know about credibility builders. We'll talk about
Okay, so
relatability
are we not
today.
doing relatability today?
No, we are, but I'm going to do that just now. I'm going
Oh,
through last
okay.
week's homework, which is
Oh, is it? Okay.
which I'm sure you've done.
Yeah, so so who I've worked with, I've helped businesses 3 years and older to strengthen their financial systems, manage cash flow, and grow with confidence. That's all last week. And then what my clients say, this is the actual review I got on Google. Needs are guided and assisted me with the process, guiding, blah, blah, and then I better control my expenditure, blah, blah, and what to do next. And then this is my email, and I've got a webinar link that I need to share.
Okay, that's coming later today. Scroll up.
Yeah, the site changed, and I just replaced it.
Okay, so after 30 years in corporate, okay, so there you're starting to put it in, right? Third paragraph.
Yeah.
After 30 years in corporate, had financial stability, blah blah blah. So people can see. Did you slip your designation in there somewhere?
Did I not?
Eh? No,
Did I not do that?
I don't know. I don't recall seeing it.
I don't see it. It's in
It's
my
like
title, so
like literally, yeah. But don't take anything for granted. People are stupid.
yeah.
Well, they're not stupid, but when they're on social media, they're stupid. No, I've
Yeah.
coined a term for it. It's called social stupidity. It's legitimate. People seem to lose their minds on social media. They lose the ability to think. So and besides that, like a really good rule of thumb is that never just assume anything about people. And even if you say something once, you probably need to say it a number of times. So yeah, never assume they've seen it somewhere. Like literally, you could just come out and say, you know, here's a designation. Been in the industry for so many years, running my own business for so many, and like that. Generally, for most of us that have a designation, that's very easy. Tick the box. But all right. So you can see it's not rocket science, but if you like your webinar at the bottom there, you know that's an authority piece. So you're not or a credibility piece. You're not shouting it from the rooftop, but it's there, right? So it's understated, but it is a credibility piece. So what I've found with a lot of the guys that certainly the guys that post content, probably because they have a lot of it, but a lot of people in terms of what they do, there's different ways to do this. Like some people won't do the story approach, right? Because you know, for them it really doesn't make sense, but they'll say, hey, I've worked with these people, I've done this, I've published these things, and it's just like social proof. Like if you've got that, that's a great way to do it. I still like a little bit of a story, but social proof is a fantastic thing. So if you've been published somewhere, like if you have a look at my about section, bearing in mind that when I wrote it, I was quite focused on financial advisors. That was the section I was concentrating on, and so you'll see financial advisors and accountants. There's a lot of credibility stuff sitting in there, talking specifically to that market. But as you can see, it's really simple. If I just go back, sorry, I'll take the screen back from you if you don't mind. If I just sort of go back, yeah, you know, you've got these different options as well. You know, awards, key clients that you've worked with, results achieved. So anything where you've done something amazing, work with a client and save them 120 grand worth of tax. That's that's a result. You should put that down. You know, published is always a great one because published people can go see it. They can go find it. It's kind of in your face. It's there. You don't have to say, "Hey, I'm awesome." You say, "Oh, I have a YouTube channel." Go find out yourself that I'm awesome. You know, that kind of thing. And then testimonials and case studies. Okay. So
So is what I
let's
did enough? Or what do you think?
yeah, I would try to stick your designation because you've got it. You have all that information in designation. Maybe when you started your practice or how long you've been in practice. You just put those two things, and I think you'll be good to go.
But it's only like 3 years, so it's not long.
So the key thing, people will read it together. Like it's designation plus I've been in the industry for X amount of years. Hey, and I've been doing it for so you've got a bit of a history, and probably you'll have a bit in your experience section as well. So people just need to know that you've been doing it for a while. That's actually the real thing. And if you've got a designation, then that's much easier, obviously. So you tick those boxes. The fact that you've only been running it yourself for 3 years, that's not the big issue. The big credibility is the other two. And sometimes people like to know that they're working with somebody who hasn't been doing this and is jaded. You know, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people want the experience, other people like the youth. It's horses for courses, as you'll see.
Thanks for
All right.
calling me. I appreciate it.
Cool. Mommy of two. Shame. I listen, I got a puppy last week, so it's like it's kind of the same thing, sort of.
It is not.
Listen, my puppy does not wee in the nappy. It wees everywhere else. So yeah, it's not the same, I guess. Marion, you're next.
Okay, so now I'm going to go through this sharing thing. That looks like the right one. Yeah, I rewrote this quite a bit.
All right.
So
Yeah.
do you want me to read the whole thing?
Let's see what it is.
Oh, actually, no. What has happened here? It's given me the wrong one.
You copy and
weird.
paste. Okay.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd updated it, but I did update it, but it was, let me try this one. Maybe that was an old screen. Yeah, this is a better one. So let's
if you just save
let's
and
just
refresh.
save. Sorry, yeah, it obviously didn't save it. I did it, but didn't save it. Okay. There. Okay. So shall it? Okay. So 95% of your thinking is subconscious. So your conscious thinking is only 5% of your capacity. What if the key to your best life is not what you do, but what you think? Are you ready to transform your mind, your business, and your life by changing your thought patterns so you can reach your goals and have a vibrant and fulfilling life as you make your dream goals real? Harness your subconscious mind by reprogramming self-doubt into self-confidence and releasing the emotional baggage it stores. How often do you say not enough time, money, energy, experience, knowledge, but secretly feel that you're not good enough? I've been there and have learned how to clear the subconscious beliefs that block you from achieving your dreams. For years, I watched my dream wither while I stayed trapped in the salary of a dead-end job until I was retrenched and had to recreate my life. I began a journey of exploring the real me instead of living by other people's expectations. Releasing my childhood fears and becoming enough opened a new world that is fun, interesting, and keeps me growing as I live my dream of living my life my way. I'm passionate about helping others achieve their dreams by living true to themselves. I'll give you new insights into yourself and your ability to achieve the results you desire. You will discover your strengths, release limiting thought patterns, and create new ones that support you and your objectives. Do you have a dream? Would changing your thought patterns and habits be your next step to fulfilling it? I have the training, experience, and knowledge to help you become comfortable being true to yourself so you can make your dream your reality. And then that's basically, yeah, what.
So if I have a question for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm now reading this as a potential prospect, and you say I have the experience, my question is, how do I know?
Okay. Yeah, that bit goes. I must have edited that bit out. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Yeah, 25 years experience somewhere. That should have.
Okay, just try to put something in, just so that
Yes,
people can,
yeah, I didn't realize that I'd edited that bit out.
Yeah.
I took out a whole paragraph, and I think it might have been in there.
Yeah, you're not going to do too much ChatGPTing, by the way, because
No.
this is you, and it's quite succinct, and it's quite good. So you're not going to be one of those that bumps us into chat. So you're going to have to be the one that that self-edits. Sometimes you'll take a paragraph or two. That also works, but I certainly wouldn't throw this into chat. Not even close. Okay, so yeah, just sort of bring that in so that that obviously people can see. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you very much. Okay, Andre.
Right. Try and close everything before the time, but let me tell you, somehow they pop up all by themselves. I have no idea.
As they do.
What's going on here? Where's my... Here it is. No, it's not that. What happened to my Word document? There it is. Okay, sorry guys, sorry, I'm slow today.
The gremlins.
Yeah. So I've also decided, according to what you said last time, I'm just going to do each section on its own. Then I'm going to relook everything at the end to see how everything aligns with each other. Then I'll shorten and compact and cut out and whatever. So on the credibility builders, just keep in mind my target market is corporate. So I think it's got a bit of a different angle. So what I said, with over 25 years of experience in senior management, CEO, and exco roles, including six years as director in prominent organizations, I bring a deep understanding of the challenges and pressures faced at executive levels. Having logged more than 4,000 hours mentoring business and coaching senior teams, I am uniquely equipped to empathize with and address the complex needs of leaders. My academic credentials include BCom ILPA Leadership through Emotional Intelligence Leadership Development and an NLP practitioner. For over a decade, I have been guiding businesses through Tommy Consulting, specializing in transformative EQ profiling and development programs. My work has consistently delivered tangible results, and then I just give 2 clients feedback at the bottom.
That's great. Yeah, I think you're probably going to be the the guy who has the challenge in terms of what to keep and what to turf. But there's no question. As Andre said when he prefaced before he started to speak, everything there is very pertinent to his target market and to the final result. So like that's like fantastic. You know, other people might read that and go over there, but your target market will read that and everything resonates.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
It needs to be strong for the target market. Other people will think it's over the top, but the target market, it's required.
Yeah, I think that's very strong. Depending on some of the other stuff, I'd almost not want to lose any of that. You know, later and in the final analysis when you're fighting those damn 2,600 characters. But I mean that guys is a fantastic example of credibility builders. Hopefully you can see the way that he's constructed it. So some of it's story, some of it's a bit of background, and some of it's just in your face. Here it is. So you can go see this. This is what I've done. But in terms of the final deliverable and the coaching that he delivers to the target market, like if you are that high level decision maker and you read this, like you're not asking the question of, do I think this guy can do it? Like that problem is gone. So that's a very, very good effort.
Thanks,
Thank you.
James.
Thanks very much. So that's great.
Sorry, James, if I could just say, I went back and looked and I see I've actually got my experience put further down underneath that section of what you'll get if you work with me, and then I've got
Okay, share again quickly. Let's go just have a quick look. Remember the order, like the only thing that I would say you want to keep in order is numbers 1 and 2, which is our hook, and sort of just bring them in, and then our call to action, which we'll talk about today. Everything else you can chop and change. It really doesn't matter how you do it or how you express it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
I don't know if I should move that up.
Yeah, probably. Don't worry about it now.
Yeah.
Worry about it after today's session. But yeah, that's more than you need. People get to see it. I might try to sort of link that with a lot of your story. You know, so where there's the relevance. You know, this is the story. This is my experience. We'll see. You don't have to make a decision now. As Andre was saying, he's doing it in little bits and pieces, and then in the final analysis, he'll throw it all on a page and see what makes sense, and then you can sort of move stuff around.
It's just the number of characters is the problem.
Yeah, the number of characters is a bugger.
Even just 400 more with 3,000 would have just been.
No, you're gonna hate me because I saw when you did your character count, you were like when you went into it, you were like within 3 characters or something. So you're on the alert.
I had to edit out 50 characters.
Well, wait till I show you how to format. You're gonna have to edit out some more, so you're gonna be even more upset. Anyway, that's coming. Don't stress it. You probably need to edit out probably another 100-ish.
Sure.
Just letting you know. Anyway, all right, good stuff. There we go. Thanks. Editor, the one in the dark. Yeah, like all we see is darkness.
Yes.
There we go.
Nice to see you. Hello, everyone. So let's go for sharing.
We see some of you, not all of you, but we can see some of you.
What is it? Right now it's cool. Okay.
Now you can see.
I have such a little thing on my camera because I just don't trust. So.
Are you from Poland or something that you're so distrustful?
Yeah, I am. Believe me, it's a first world country, yeah? That's why this distrust is there. Yeah, there is something. Okay, so where are we sharing? Oh, yes, sharing. Yes,
yeah,
cool.
So I'm going to talk about credibility builders today.
Yes, that's one. Do you see me?
Not yet. It's coming. Oh, there we go. It's coming.
Yeah.
It should be there. There we go.
Yeah, I was actually trying to. Oh, yeah, that it's here. Another one. Okay, first of all, I would like to actually read what was supposed to be done last week. So, because I didn't feel like I did it really well, and that's why I was working a little bit on it. And I turned it into something like that, because before I had a kind of, this why work with me, and then it's like selling a business involves critical questions, but it was not actually what I was so happy about. That's why I wrote something different. Why work with me? Expert evaluation. I know how to price business right, so buyers see the value and sellers get the price they deserve. Discreet marketing. Selling a business is delicate. I will market the opportunity to serious buyers while keeping it confidential from customers and employees. Strategic matching. I connect sellers with the right buyers, finding investors who see the potential and are ready to act. Top-notch negotiation. I fight for your best interest. whether you are negotiating the sale price or buying a new business. Extensive database. Aldous has very extensive database, over 60,000 clients who trusted us with selling their venture, or they are looking for our businesses to buy. Confidentiality. Our clients sign NDA with us, so your financials are safe with us. Experience. All of our agents are involved in selling your business. We all sharing insights and discussing the best way to market your business. Marketing. Brainstorming every day, using social media, advertising on important websites. We support our marketing campaign in creative way. Yeah, so that would be this. Do you think it's a better approach? It's such a more what I give you and not what your doubts are.
You know what? I'm going to ask you to hold that question over till next week, and you'll see when I talk about the experience section. So what you might find is that you might actually be able to have both. So maybe you would leave the doubts piece in the about section, and you take the bit you've written down, move it to experience. When I get there, you'll understand what I mean. Don't worry about it now. But I actually like them both. I think they both fit if we can accommodate them. Otherwise, we'll choose one or the other. How are you doing space wise?
Yeah, that's the problem. If I really would like to expand and write whatever I feel I should, then in the space wise, it's look pretty poor.
So
that's why it's like a question, because you see, even when I was writing my story, let's say. Yeah. Back then, I already noticed that my story written in a specific way, in the way I would like and accept and just like really expose a little bit of myself. Yeah. Just it's too long.
Okay, so your savior in this case might actually be the experience section, because the way you've got it might actually fit that perfectly, as you'll see. So
okay, so my expertise and credibility.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's do that.
I decided to cut and don't include recommendations and reviews from a client, because I must be honest, I just don't. Me personally, I don't believe them. I believe that reviews from the clients can be written by your good friends, and that's it. And it doesn't actually reflect what clients think about you. That's my personal opinion. That's why if I just don't believe it, that's why I think I just rather believe in like very hard proofs instead of something, oh, you're beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what you got, and then I'll talk to that.
So that's why I say my expertise and credibility. With a master's degree in finance from the University of Economics in Poland, and I combine academic excellence with over 20 years of hands-on experience in sales across Poland and South Africa. My career is built on a foundation of deep industry knowledge, analytical precision, and relentless drive to deliver results. And is like publishing and business analysis, but no, I think that this version would be better. 20 years in publishing. As the chief editor of Restaurator Advice in Poland, I work closely with the Horeca hotel, restaurant and cafes sector, gaining in-depth insights into market trends, operational challenges, and business strategies. This role allowed me to collaborate with entrepreneurs and refine my analytical skills. 7 years in real estate. Transitioning into South Africa, I thrived as a real estate agent with Keller Williams, consistently delivering results in a competitive market. 2023, ranked in a top 20 of 110 agents at Keller Williams Atlantic Market Center. 2022, recognized nationally at the YES Awards as one of the top 50 producing agents out of 1,500 agents across South Africa, securing the 42nd position. This blend of experience has equipped me with a deep understanding of the complexities of business operations, negotiation, and market positioning. Whether it's in the identifying value or maximizing outcomes, I'm committed to delivering exceptional results for my clients.
Just scroll down a little bit.
Because I was twisting and changing and something like that. You see, this is like I was writing first. I was reading the first part, and here the second part. It's the same. It's just like written a little bit in a different way.
Okay, so
Because
yeah,
you see here, I wanted to expose this 10 years in publishing, 7 years in real estate, 20 years of experience in sales.
so in your about section, you might have to say that you've exactly just said it. So you might have to get rid of all of that. But if you lead with the first paragraph, so as you scroll down, as you were saying, if I'm understanding
one?
you, no, the next
This
you're gonna
one.
yeah. So I would lead with that paragraph and then pivot in, because a lot of this is basically showing your expertise in, well, actually in quite a few places, and then obviously there's been some quite good achievements more recently in the selling of real estate space, and then there's quite a maybe it's not logical, but there's a reasonable expectation of a link from, hey, I'm good at real estate, and now I'm selling businesses, so people can get that, and then some of it you've actually told them, yeah, it's equipped me to do this. So that's kind of the approach I would take. Don't worry about this. ChatGPT will sort this problem out for you that I've just said, that you've got the information there. It's just we just want to see what it is you want to say. But again, there's a lot of experience, right? I just wanted to talk to what you said a little bit earlier about the testimonials and things. One of the nice things about LinkedIn particularly is that there is an option for people to give you recommendations. If you're doing it on LinkedIn, people can actually go to the person's profile and see. So LinkedIn is quite transparent, as would a lot of other platforms be, where stuff is published. So I mean, something, if you have a Google review, or you've got something on Facebook, the difference is quite stark. When it comes to, when you say something, hey, I'm good at this, or a client says, edited an amazing job selling my business. There's a lot more impact coming from the client, because if I'm a potential client, but that's the experience that they had. It's like I could turn the tables on you and say, I don't believe people just talk a lot of shit. You could write anything out. How do I know any of that's real? It's kind of the same thing. So I think your best proof, or well, not your absolute best proof, but some of the best proof you can get is always if somebody else edifies you. Because somebody else has said, I've had a great experience, or she really knows what she's doing. She's great in this area. So don't be too quick to throw that if you've got it. Sometimes it's quite difficult because of space to do it here, but I'll show you in the experience section some of the different ways that you can do it. So if you've got a lot of testimonials, whether they're written or they're video testimonials, there are ways for us to incorporate that information. But you've got more than enough here, and it's very strong. It's very solid, and I think it's when you put it all together and it flows the rest of your story. It's congruent. It makes sense. If people didn't know you and they were looking for somebody to sell their business, I think they'd be very comfortable having a chat with you based on everything you've done. So good job. A lot of good stuff in there.
Thank you so much.
All right. You guys have come such a long way.
If I can ask, so your suggestion is rather to leave the first part, the 20 years of hands-on experience in sales, and that's it?
No,
Just
not that's it. But I would start with that, because that's quite strong. Like there's no bullshit there. Like, I've got the experience, I've got the qualifications. That's what I've done. Like that's indisputable. If anybody challenges you on that, you can produce a piece of paper or a document, or they can go to the university or whatever. Right. So you have that background. So you're already talking about 20 years. I've got all experience, and then you can get into some of the stuff that you've done, because that now starts to relate a lot closer to what you're doing now. So oftentimes, just because we have a lot of experience doesn't mean we want to list it, right? Because like for me right now, okay, if I'm trying to teach you LinkedIn, I had half my career is in the accounting space, right? For you, if you're not an accountant, it means nothing. It's completely irrelevant. In fact, if I deleted it, it would make no difference. If I'm speaking to an accountant, it makes plenty difference. But if I'm speaking to you, it makes no difference whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you just need to choose the pieces that are relevant, because everything in our profile needs to be relevant to essentially, at the end of the day, substantiate our value proposition, our magic message. It's really that simple. And if, as you see, each of these little pieces, as we talk about them, as we unpack them, you can see how closely they're all related. And sometimes you've just got too much stuff and stuff that's not necessarily relevant. So you might have really good experience, but if it's not really relevant for what we're talking about now, like, so what? You know, we're not going to worry about it.
But you see,
Okay.
with the reviews, right? I need to come back to some of my clients and ask them, would you please leave me a review? And this is where actually I feel like not so comfortable with. With
You
some of
don't.
them, yeah, we're friends, so I can just do it, and probably they're gonna write. So I don't know, 4 or 5 such an opinion I'm gonna get easily with no problem. But with the rest, I don't know.
You don't need the reviews. They're just great if you can get them. But you don't absolutely need them. What you've got is very powerful. It's quite funny because one of the things when I was designing the structure of this course, I actually had one section dedicated to exactly that on LinkedIn to show you how to do it, and I took it out because of time. I might put it back because we're not going to actually finish what I wanted to do by the end of the year. I can get you guys to having a great profile by the end of the year, then I think we'd have done well. And then in the new year, we can start looking at some messaging so that we don't just like blow over it. And then we can maybe pick up and fix one or two pieces. But yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get it all done.
So in my case, yeah, but we just spoke about it. Yeah.
Wait for the experience section. Okay. After the experience section, then you'll find a lot of your questions are answered automatically. And then if they're not, then we'll dig deep and we'll put it where it needs to go. All right. Experience is not, when we fill out the experience section, it's often not what we think it is. So that's going to be quite an eye opener for some of you, what goes into the experience section. And I'll show you how people experience LinkedIn, etc. There's a lot in there that will probably be quite new to you guys. You'll look back and say, wow, that's amazing. Didn't realize that. And then you'll see how some of the stuff can logically go in there. You might literally take this whole thing while I work with me, just stick it straight in there. You'll see, but we'll make that call then.
Okay,
All right.
so looking forward.
Thank you very much. Well done. Whoops. Okay. Bruce.
Right. Probably pretty close to what I had last week, if not exactly the same. I've definitely closed lots of. Right.
You know this. You know about the blind guys, eh?
Eh?
You know that you have to help the blind guys. Make that bigger, please. Here we go. All right, we're not that blind. Come on, man.
That's your story. Stick to it. All right, there we go. Is that fully?
That is perfect. Yes.
Right. Okay. So obviously my key message at the top, and then the about section, basically saying what I can do. I will get the funding for you. Why I'm keen on it. It's affordable housing is my passion. Yeah, I've raised finance for all sorts of things, but affordable housing is what I've been doing for the last 12 years. I've been spilling things too. It's do that.
Just I mean, this might be a stupid question, but in HFC, does your target market know what that is?
Yeah. But I suppose I could expand it.
Yeah, I would. Because you're gonna do a bit more than just that. You can have the if you use the acronym again, you can put it in. You could actually still put it in brackets afterwards.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I just went on a bit of a diversion there.
Yeah, previously I was just saying CFO, but I thought I put in the fact that I was head of credit as well for a time and acting CEO as well.
Okay.
Yeah, need 100% funding for your housing project. I'll secure it for you, making a good promise. I think the passion I've got for affordable housing, I mean, I think it has been evident in the last 12 years. A high five from a deputy minister for my talk on affordable housing finance. So presumably she also thought I'm good at, I know what I'm talking about.
We should put that in. Deputy minister. That's so apt. Hey.
Yeah. Actually, we'll go to the next line, I think. Yeah. Independently, I think the NHFC is running out of cash. They haven't got enough money to lend enough. They also take a long time to approve things. I wasn't CEO for long enough to fix that. And also, it has limited products. It's really a vanilla loans that they have, which often you need better than vanilla to make things work. So I can look at that. I can also approach people who will give you equity funding if you need it. I think you put that in somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, I think there's enough experience and credibility in there to to get the point across. All right, very good. I don't think there's any doubt that you know what you're doing in this place. That's perfect.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you, Bruce.
Good.
Medicize. How's it?
Hi everybody.
How's it?
All right. I just let me share my screen. I think it's gonna work better like that.
You guys got 5 minutes each. You, Adil, and Antuka.
Okay. Let's share that. Okay, sure. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, sure. So I took in what you said last week, and as you can see, my opening line no longer is referring to the person who probably might be reading this. Should I read this again?
Yeah, I'll read it again.
Sure. So it says many young professionals struggle to manage their finances, leading to impulsive spending, missed investment opportunities, and unplanned debt. That's why I'm dedicated to helping everyone, young and experienced, alike, improve their financial knowledge. Together, we can unlock your financial potential and make smart choices for a brighter future. Interested in learning more?
Hang on a second. What was your? Let's scroll up. What was your magic message? That's exactly what you said.
This one here?
Yeah, tax saving, showing maximum returns. Okay. You might make your value prop statement a little bit stronger. It's quite general. So go
Okay.
back down. I'll tell you what I mean. Because there
Okay.
you're quite succinct, right? Help you
Okay.
maximize your savings, etc. So like the first part, many young professionals struggle to manage their finances, leading to impulsive spending, missed investment opportunities, and unplanned debt. So that draws you in. So I'm dedicated to helping everyone. It's like, you've lost me now. You're talking about
Okay.
young professionals. Now you're helping everyone. It's like, no, dude, you can't be everything. Pick something and stay in your lane. This is what people think. Right? This is how they look at this.
Alright.
To improve the financial knowledge. Like, what's that? It's not tangible. I don't know what that is. That's in fact, I might even take all of that out. That whole sentence. Together we can
Which
unlock
one?
finance. The second one, that's why I'm dedicated to helping everyone, young, experienced alike. You don't necessarily do it now. I'm just
Okay. Okay.
because you want to read this just now and have a look. But if you were to take that whole sentence out, and
This
and
one
start,
and
no, not the last one yet. Together we can unlock your financial potential and make smart choices for a brighter future.
just from there until there.
I might make that a
Okay.
little stronger. That last one, draw on some of the stuff that you've got in your value prop statement.
Mhm.
Because
Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
because
Okay.
that sentence is wishy-washy. It's taking space and it's not telling anybody anything, and it's confusing because now it's not young professionals anymore. So take the
Oh.
ambiguity out, and
Mhm.
then together we can unlock your financial potential. What does that mean? And make smart financial choices. Something from your value, your
Very
headline,
Limber.
and
Yeah, on top.
stick it in here. So you're
Ah,
close, all right? Okay. Let's move on. I just want to see what your credibility builders are.
should I
Yes.
continue reading?
Nope. I want you to skip
Okay.
past all that. I want you to get to credibility builders. So that's how you help.
I didn't have to say.
Um, okay, you need to make space. So a lot of no, but again, a lot of this is going to go downstairs to experience. So
Oh.
you've got a little bit more space than you think.
Oh. Okay.
So again, scroll up. You you must seriously think about giving people a little bit more insight into yourself and into your journey. In terms of how you got here. You're missing an amazing opportunity to really resonate, particularly as a young person speaking to other young professionals, which is the target market. And that's how you're going to do everything, right? Because remember, the people that are going to see this are going to be these exact people. You're going to see to that because of the way that you taught when I teach you how to do that. So this doesn't need to be for everybody. It only needs to be for those exact people. That's the whole point of this whole thing. So I think you should go back to the drawing board on your story. Go and watch that section again. Tell us a bit more about how you got into this. If there were there were any bumps in the way, there were any
Yeah, I
stories or
didn't tell a story.
anecdotes.
Yeah.
Do that. I promise you, it will make the world of difference. Because right now, you're just like every other financial advisor. Like I read this, it's like, yeah, I do all
Oh.
this. Yeah, so does everybody.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I see
Um,
what you mean. Yeah.
it's no different. You could have gone to the company website, copied and pasted it, and put it here. Like AI can do that. You're not different. We got to get you to be completely different, where people resonate and say, I'm buying into Medicine. That's what it's all about. All right. Every insurance company's good products. We can get that anywhere, but like I need to be looked after for the rest of my life. Who's my guy?
Yeah. So they buy you the individual
Always
before
about that. They always buy
yeah.
you. All you've got to do is prove that you're competent to deliver the product, which is the bit we're talking about now. So go through that whole structure. I think you can help yourself tremendously. You're understanding yourself badly. You're way too me too, which which doesn't differentiate you. If you change this a bit, put a story in, like you've seen with the development that's happened with most of us here. Those profiles are very different to what they were when they started. And I'm actually sorry, I should have I should have actually done before and afters. We should have done that. We didn't do it, and you would have actually seen, from beginning to end, the whole metamorphosis and the transformation. But I really think you can do a lot more. So don't lose sight. Stick with the young professionals. You've called them out, deal with them, and build everything around that, because that's where your story is going to be. It's going to be somewhere around those people, and let's resonate with you as a person. All right, cool.
Thank you, James.
All right,
I'll go back to the drawing board.
Okay, good stuff.
Sure.
All right, perfect. All right. Adil, how's it?
Hi, James. How are you doing?
Good, man. Very well.
Just give me 1 quick second. I'm trying to open up my LinkedIn tab. Okay, here we are. I was just cleaning up some of the skills that were there. Okay. So I haven't changed much from last week, but there is something that I want to put in. I just don't know exactly where it should go. And it's dealing with credibility builders.
Yeah.
I want to say that I've been in the legal field for the past 5 years. I want to do, like, I think it was Andre or Bruce, one of the two, where they had listed all of their academic qualifications and all the certifications here that was relevant. To say like Bachelor of Laws, Master of Laws, accredited mediator, those sort of things. And initially I thought it should come here, but
not there.
I thought maybe another space between here. Just say like, who am I? And
yeah, perfect.
Or what do you think also about the idea of trying to put a link here directly to my business profile where you can click on the reviews yourself? And
you could certainly say that. So obviously on LinkedIn, in the experience and about sections, you can't click on it. Doesn't give you that ability to make links clickable. So you would have to say, for more, copy and paste this into your browser and you just put the link. You can certainly do that. People that really want to know will, but typically at this stage, when you're presenting and people are getting to your profile, it's kind of first time. It's not likely that people will, but the people that are seriously concerned, you will. So yeah, if you'll see also, if you hold the thought a little bit till next week when we get into experience, I might answer a few of those questions. There's some very cool stuff that you can do there.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah,
I
by all
did,
means, just pop another thing in.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just say like, who am I? And list everything like I got it here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was short and sweet.
Or why I can help you. So it's not something along the.
Somewhere here.
I put how I help her. You could almost put it anyway, to be honest.
I'm thinking maybe I take this one out and join these two together.
Yeah, I might do it after why this matters. Take proactive. You're talking about it, then give your experience, and then how I help. I'd probably put it in there, but it really doesn't matter. It can fit anywhere. It's not because you haven't written a narrative type about section. You'll see a lot.
Initially, I was gonna go like maybe just straight after this year. I was gonna be like, I've been in the legal profession for 5 years, and something I learned on day one stuck with me. The way in which I practice law is that to deal with any matter proactively to save you money and keep things efficient. Then I go straight into it. That's why I resolve disputes quickly, keep business compliant, eliminate uncertainty of legal fees.
I like what you've got. I think your lead there is better.
Okay.
Because that first bit's got to get the attention, right? That's the
No.
bit where they got to click the see more button. So no, I wouldn't change that.
Okay.
If you need to put that, put it somewhere else. Hey, you hit all the key points. So yeah, just pop it in. It's cool.
Alrighty. Thanks,
All
James.
right, good stuff. On to Baker.
Hi, James.
How's it?
Oh, good. Pretty much I left it the way it was last week because I felt, oops, what have I done? Because I felt that the credibility builders were in that section, the story section.
Just show us again, but I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right.
You've got that, right?
It's coming 1 second. Okay, yeah, we got it.
I just underlined the 4 areas that I felt were covered by the credibility building. The fact that I am an attorney, which is the first line. And then the third paragraph, my MBA. So that was the third thing. And then going down, let me just move you to the slide so I can scroll down. And then going down, the paragraph beginning about for over 20 years. And then the final one is the one about the 4 decades.
Yeah.
Experience
Not much more you need to say. I think we get the picture. I said not much more you need to say.
Yeah, thank you.
You're right. It's all in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So that's why I said to you, some of you, and that's what you find, which is quite interesting. I mean, once you start to write the narrative story, you often find that you cover all this stuff anyway. So as I said to you, when I built the template, it was me sort of looking at what not everybody, but what a lot of the top profiles on LinkedIn had done, and we sort of took the best of the best, and I put it into a format that makes sense that anybody could duplicate. But there's lots of ways to do it. I think the key thing is, do you have all the information in? And whatever you're doing here, this think about your LinkedIn, this particularly just this about section, not even the whole profile, but this about section, and then maybe some of the stuff that we do next week, because it'll kind of close the loop for some of you. That could be a sales page. You know, take that, expand it. But if you were going to write a sales page on your website, or you were going to send a sales message to somebody, all this information that you've got here, that's exactly it. So a lot of this should help you later on in your marketing, because you just think of it as principles that you're applying. So each week we discuss a new principle, or a new area. You just take all of that and take this information anyway. When this is over, put it into a book, put it onto a website, put it into a sales page, put it into a webinar, put it into a podcast, a YouTube video, an email. Doesn't matter. All of these principles that you're learning, this is how you sell stuff. Just have it in one form or another. LinkedIn just gives us a few interesting different possibilities. But hopefully you're seeing that, as I said to you early on, is although we're just using LinkedIn almost as the tool, there's a lot of value transfer, and you'll be able to use this in so many different places. All right, cool. So let me. Today won't take long. Good news is, so today is the last 2 pieces. So the first is personal relatability, and then we'll talk about calls to action. So personal relatability is all about introducing yourself. There really is not a heck of a lot to say here, and you see, even if you look at my profile, I was struggling for space, and we've all experienced the space problem, right, as we go through. And so something had to give, and this was what gave on mine. So this is one of those things, if there's something you can't fit in, you know, this is probably the one, because there's other places that will use this, right? So when you look at relatability, the way you want to think about it is this. So typically, if you're telling a story that sort of comes through, but we all have like just a couple of odds and sods about ourselves that just give people a little bit more insight into some of the stuff that we do. And probably the greatest use of this, believe it or not, is for other people to start conversations with you. Just think about that for a second. Often people do want to speak to you, but it's like, okay, well, what do I say? So this helps people if they're paying attention to actually send you a connection request, or if you're already in conversation to have a chat. So oftentimes all we really have to do, as you'll see a little bit later on, is just start conversations with people. That's our goal. Because the moment you started a conversation, you can take it anywhere. So it doesn't really matter what that conversation is about. And so you can see, you can talk about all sorts of things. Like if you're interested in something in particular, even if you think it's not relevant, it 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 probably is in some way. So I have, I think I've got, yeah. So here's an example of something that I might do, right? If I had space, this is what I would have done. And you can see, so this would be the homework. So you can write a few personal things about yourself. Again, they're just going to make you personal, and give people that opportunity to speak to you. So I might have said something as simple as this: I am a father of 2 teenagers who know everything. So a little bit of humor in there, right? Who I love performing magic for. So that's an example, an interest or a hobby, I suppose, is magic. I used to play provincial chess at school, so I'm a nerd. And because I'm stupid, I support Manchester United because I like pain, clearly. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's one sentence, and it's told people a lot, right? The other thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to resonate with people. So when we talk about this first piece here about being personal or personable, so to speak, sorry, this piece here, people get to know a lot about you by just saying a few things. And you know this idea of resonating with one another. If we have something in common, it's relatively easy. So when I say that I'm a father, right? Essentially, I've just resonated with everybody that's a parent. If you've got a teenager, even more so, right? This is kind of eclectic. So performing magic. People that pick up on this and that I speak to, I've spoken to every single person who's ever written to me and has had an interest in magic. I have had a meeting with them. Okay, that's how strong that is, because it's very personal to us. Provincial chess, yeah. Again, I got a client because I was a chess player and he's a chess player. So just to show you, and this one here gets a lot of engagement. So Manchester United. For those of you that don't know, very well known soccer team, had a lot of success, sort of early 2000s, then have gone through some very, very hard times. So they're still hated by everybody that is not a Man United supporter because of all the success that they had. And so if you are now a Manchester United supporter, you will commiserate with me. If you support anybody but Manchester United, and I get this regularly, people are very happy to pull the piss out of me and to stick the knife in. Nice, friendly banter, but they give me shit about it all the time. But guess what? I start lots of conversations with people and I sign up clients because of it. So this, if you can, put it on, right? Just a couple of things. So interests, hobbies, sports teams, fun facts. I remember reading somebody's profile and said, oh, things you don't know about me. Oh, I used to be a spy in the FBI. That's like legit. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, that was quite interesting. So, you know, strange things can get people's attention. So that's really its goal is just to tell people a bit more about you and to get them to start to resonate with you. So this stuff's unconscious, right? When they see stuff and it's like, oh, you're a parent. Oh, I'm a parent. Oh, you used to play chess. Yeah, I play chess. Etc. Then the last bit being the call to action. So this piece is kind of quite important, right? Because and if you ever coach with me, I will say this to you 100 times before you're finished. And it's that important, right? Everything that we have done together in our time, everything you ever do when you are marketing your stuff to anybody. Like, you didn't just do that because it's a good idea. Like, one day you thought, nah, I'll just come and sit on 12 weeks on a LinkedIn course. Yeah, I think I'll just for fun I'll do it. No, you just not why you did that. You did that with a very specific intention that you want to get clients. And so everything that you do is revolves around that. So when you are marketing, right, in your mind, as you set up a campaign, whatever that is, you think to yourself, okay, there is a result that I want to come out of the end of this. What is that result? Right? And then you need to tell people as if they were 5-year-olds, literally pretend your clients are 5-year-olds, and then you tell them, you call them to action, and you tell them exactly what you want them to do. Okay. Amazing as you might think, some people need that. And if it is unclear, right, that's on you. It's not on them. Because the confused mind will always say no. So if people are not clicking calls to action, it's probably because you didn't make it clear enough, or they don't actually know what it is you want them to do. And we all do this, right? We come up with this idea, and then we know, because it's our idea, what we want them to do, and then we don't tell them, and they're not mind readers. So our job is to tell them, right? Call to action, very, very important. So think about this, right? As I said, the first thing is we're going to tell them what to do next. One of the things that I like to do when I'm giving people a call to action is just give a reason why. And a lot of you have done that sort of anyway, whether I don't know if you did that with ChatGPT or you wrote that, sort of at the end of your about sections. Hey, book a call with me if you want help with what, and we'll get you to the next level, kind of thing. It's always it's a nice way to close. So like, you started off with your hook and your value prop statement, and then you get into the meat, and then right at the end you go back to that and you say, hey, if you want that, book a call. It often is that simple. So the key thing, obviously, for you to think about before you even do this is what is your call to action? What do you want it to be, right? So for most of us, it's going to be speak to me. Whatever speak to me means, right? Speak to me might mean phone me. Here is my phone number, phone me. That's what it might mean. It might be send me an email. It might be connect with me on LinkedIn. It might be book a call on my calendar. Okay, whatever that is, you want to tell them. So for most of us, it's going to be to book a call, right? Because we want to get in front of the person so that we can find out if we can help them. That's not necessarily the only thing. Other things that you might want people to do, right, depending on who you are, would be to connect on LinkedIn. You might want them to connect on LinkedIn and book a call, right? If you're a big creator, I don't think there's really any of us here. Mamlumi is not here today. Mamlumi, he would potentially be one. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a book. He might want to take people off this platform there because there's a little bit more authority there. He's the only one, right? But if there are other places you want to take them, and for those of you that want to build an email list, hey, get my cool tax savings guide, opt in here, kind of thing, or download it here. They click on the link, or they copy and paste the link, then they give you their name and email address. So it just depends what you want. But most of us are obviously going to want to book a call, and so it's like you need to tell them to book a call, however we're going to do it. And then this one here I see doesn't happen a lot with a lot of people. Is once you've done all of this, right, and you get to this point, people are going to have one of two questions for you, right? They've gone through this whole about section. They're checking everything out. They're resonating with you. They get to this point and they're thinking to themselves, okay, I like you. What's next? That's one potential question. Or maybe it's even, all right, how do I get hold of you? So it's what's the next step, or how do I get hold of you? So you definitely want to let people know. And even though you can put information, contact information in the contact details section on LinkedIn, remember that typically that information is really only visible to first level connections, right? When you're prospecting and people are on your profile, that invariably they're not first level connections, they're second or third, because we're trying to convert them into first level connections. And so don't make this information hard to get. So you give them a call to action, and then you say, oh, and this is how you do it, whatever you're going to do. So if I show this to you here, obviously here's the questions to answer before you do it. But if you look down here, I'll just say, look, so if you're serious about taking control of your lead generation, please get in touch. for a free no obligation check. So I'm telling them what to do. Get in touch. Okay, I'm just doing it nicely, but that's what I'm telling them to do. They need to know it's free, no obligation, and I'm giving them options. You can book on my calendar, you can email me, you can phone me, or WhatsApp me, right? So it can literally be as simple as that. So it's not just book a call. It's hey, if you're serious about taking control of your lead generation, right? Which, if you go and look at the value prop statement, is kind of the lead into the whole process. So this is the bit that just kind of rounds it off, right? This is the last thing they're going to do, and this is the bit where if they're going to take action, this is where it's going to be. So some people will take action literally right here. Others will move on to the next section, which will be the experience section, which I'll talk to you about next week. So homework is quite simple. There's just the 2 worksheets. It's this one on relatability. Pop some stuff down. And the second one is obviously just answer these questions and come up with your call to action. For most of us, it's going to be book a call, right? So book a call. Here's the reason why. Here's how to book it. All right. That makes sense. We're all good to go.
Is the book the call action the best action to have?
It depends on how you work. So it depends on what you want, but like literally everybody on this call needs to speak to somebody to see what they want to give, even if it's to suggest a solution or to give a proposal. You have to get information to find out what the hell it is they need before you can propose. So for most of us, you'll find LinkedIn works that way. Remember, it's a business to business platform. We're trying to speak to people, but it might not be to book on the calendar. Like there's some people that just want you to pick up the phone, and there's some people that would prefer to pick up the phone, and they do. Other people want to book on the calendar because, okay, like I'm busy now, but yeah, let me check my calendar. Right, I'll have this call, in 3 days' time, and they book it. I get meetings certainly every month. I won't say every week, but every month people book on my calendar. So I don't even work for that meeting; it just happens.
Yeah. So they do click on that link in your profile.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. All right. I need the toilet very badly, and I have 2 minutes before my next meeting, so I'm going to love and leave you. And we'll see you guys next week. So this fortunately now is the end of the about, but you can see it's the most complex section of everything. You can see why, and it really helps you to. It's like a microcosm of how to market. Next week we'll close the loop for you guys with the experience section. It'll make a little bit more sense. And for those of you that are panicking because you've got too much stuff, well, that's where it's going to go, and logically so, as you'll see. All right, cool.
Great.
Right,
Thanks,
folks. Have a good one. See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
All right,
Good
cheers.
one. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
everything.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.